Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to the 6th annual Derby City Classic. We're live in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be underway with the finals, maybe the semifinals of the 9-ball just a minute. To bring you all up to date, this is day number 9 of 9 days. We started a week ago on Friday with the first of 3 events. It was Bank Pool, 404 players. It was won by Jason Miller of Dayton, Ohio, and runner-up was John Brunbeck of Owington, Kentucky. The second of the 3 events, which was One Pocket, started on Sunday. We eased into that. It was wrapped up last night. 307 total players. It was won by Mr. Efren Reyes, who is in the finals of the 9-ball division also. The third of the 3 divisions began on Wednesday. 310 of the world's greatest players were assembled here in Louisville for that event, and we're down to the final 2. The format for all of the events are single elimination formats. Each player has the option to rebuy 1 time. Coming into today's finals in the 9-ball, both gentlemen left in the tournament are undefeated at this point in time, so we could conceivably have 3 matches, maybe 2, if one of them was to win the first 2. We're going to have 1 match for you right now, and we're going to take a short dinner break. We'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the finals, and it could go into a second match after that. Once again, the format is race to 7 games, single elimination, with each player allowed 1 rebuy. Rules of play are the Pro Express version of 9-ball. A scratch and a break is a foul ball in hand anywhere on the table. No balls spot except for the 9. Any ball off the table is a foul ball in hand. 1 push out is allowed immediately following a legal break. 3 consecutive fouls by the same player's loss of game. They break from anywhere behind the head string. Jump cues are legal. Official equipment, the tables are produced by Diamond Billiard Products in New Albany, Indiana. Official cloth is Simonis. The speed is 860. The balls are Super Aramith Pro. The rack is the Sardo Tight Rack. And at this time, we're going to take it away to the gentleman in the booth, Danny Diliberto and Mark Wilson, after we introduce the players of the final match in Louisville. Right now, the last 2 gentlemen in the 9-ball division, both undefeated. Our first gentleman is sponsored on tour by Josh Hughes, Simonis Cloth, former WPA World 9-ball champion, former winner of the $50,000 winner-take-all Challenge of Champions, former winner of the U.S. Open. He's the reigning U.S. Open straight pool champion from Manching, Germany. Please welcome back Mr. Ralf Souquet. Thank you. And his opponent, also undefeated, is sponsored on tour by Puyat Sports, player representative for San Miguel Beer, also a former winner of the U.S. Open. The ESPN Ultimate 9-Ball Challenge, 2-time World 8-Ball champion. He has also won one of the events here in Louisville before. He's an international superstar known as the Magician. Please welcome from the Republic of the Philippines, Mr. Efren Reyes. Reyes and Souquet. Thank you, Louisville. And kick back, gentlemen. You may lag for the first break. Race to 7. Let's get it on.
We are live in Louisville, pool fans. Tonight we bring you the 9-ball finals from the Derby City Classic 2004. My name is Mark Wilson, and along with me will be the irrepressible and insightful Danny Diliberto.
Well, how you doing, everybody? We have a great match here, and you know it couldn't have wound up any more just. Both players were probably playing best, so here we are. One of them's going to win. Both undefeated.
I could not be more excited with our final matchup and the opportunity to interact with the audience here, Danny.
Yeah. They're having a good time, and Efren tried to make a joke there with the lag. He couldn't even win, pushing it through the end of the lag.
Efren seems very confident and relaxed.
He's just rolling over everybody.
Souquet, a little bit more cerebral. He's really into the meditation thing. He's very focused.
Yeah, great player. He played very solid his last match also. So I think this could get down to a matter of a roll here or there, or who breaks better.
Both of these guys are giants of the sport already, and earlier today they both played well above just an excellent standard. This is world-class 9-ball at its finest.
Efren shot a perfect match. He shot 1,000 ACCUSTATS.
Souquet set the break. The wing ball went right to the corner pocket but did not fall. But fortunate for him, a couple other balls drained into the side pocket, but they were not balls that he was anticipating going in. He was just
but he'll take it.
Fortunate by hitting the rack so square and so hard.
Yeah, he'll take it because he's got an easy beginning here. He's going to make the 1 into the 7, and he doesn't want to make the 1 with the 7, so he has to be a little careful about that. But I'm sure he's going to roll it so softly that it won't go through.
We're using the TV balls, and the 7 ball is brown and the 4 ball is pink. cue ball has multiple spots on there. We've discussed it before. We've kind of said the cue ball has measles, but the amount of spots on the cue ball enables the viewer to identify a little bit more closely the volumes of spin that these great players use.
Very soft. If he made them both, as you see, it would have been disaster. Now he's sitting very, very good to position the cue ball to the 2. Little low, little left-hand English, 1 rail to the 2. Nicely done. In this position will bring him easily to the 3. No big problem, but he'd like to see the 4 and 5 switched. You know, the only little thing you have to do is go from the 4 to the 5 to the 9. Or to the 6.
We've got a woman fanning herself in Ralph's line of sight.
Oh,
and
a
it
shark.
distracted him, yeah.
Shark, an Efren fan.
Completely oblivious to the fact that a pool match was going on. I don't think she's all that excited to be here. I think her husband made her be here. TV lights do put off some heat, and it's even warm up here in the booth. I know the crew has to endure it all week.
Yeah, hardworking men.
The best in the business. Ralph
Okay.
appears to going to just stop the cue ball here and draw back from the 4.
This was the most difficult part of the rack. 4 to the 5. That's why I said he'd love him to switch, because all you'd have to do is make that pink ball and you'd be out. But now he has to go from the 4 to the 5 back to the 9. So he'd like to get pretty close to it. Great stroke. He got perfect angle. Just hit it low, follow through, and the cue ball will come right straight down to the right of him, and he should have an easy shot on the 9.
For all the viewers at home, notice the cueing action of Ralf Souquet. It's so smooth, and you don't see any wasted energy. Everything goes right into the cue ball, and it enables him to swing easy, yet get a lot of response with the cue ball. Very fluid.
Made it look easy.
Okay, and now we're going to bring in our scouting report while Ralf Souquet takes the early lead, 1 rack to 0. The break edge goes to Ralf Souquet. His shot making is near equal, but a little bit of an edge to Efren Reyes. Defense, definitely Efren Reyes. Kicking Efren Reyes. Position play, that's neutral. Both players play spectacular position. Both of them are very focused. The creativity edge goes to Reyes. The will to win to Souquet. The slight edge overall will go to Reyes, but this is going to be a hotly contested match, which figures to be very close and probably will go 3 matches.
Well, Ralph checked the rack like he did earlier in the match, and he found a ball loose, and from then on it was a perfect rack, and he killed from there.
Ralph breaks with a sledgehammer break cue. 4 ball this time went right in. The 1 ball went right in the side pocket. And those are the 2 balls that he intends to play when he breaks from that side of the table.
He doesn't have a gimme on the 2. You know, he's probably going to cut at it. And the thing about this is having speed also to get to the 3. Shot is tough enough, but you got to have good speed. He's not from Kentucky, so I don't expect him to bank at it.
2 balls about 4 or 5 inches from the cushion, so that makes it very cuttable, but nonetheless, it is a threatening shot.
Yeah, he's going to shoot at it and try to get the right speed for the 3.
Very long bridge length. This is the kind of shot that wins tournaments, however.
He cut it back, but he kind of got on the 50-yard line here. He has a shot. He has a shot, but it's a little tricky.
Well, the shot played difficult enough that he had to go all out for the ball pocketing, and position had to take a distant second.
He just took a look at the edge of the 3 to see where the cue ball is going to hit the rail. I mean, he'd like to hit it an inch south of that side pocket, and then he can go to the 5 ball. But if he catches the point, something different can happen.
What he's looking at now is if there was a safety play that he was to like, but he was going to play offense. And these are the times when a lot of people's stroke tends to break down on these iffy shots. Souquet is very steady over the ball, very smooth and fluid, even on the most dicey type of opportunities he has to shoot with.
See, he caught that point and pushed the cue ball in a different line than you would expect, but nevertheless, it stopped pretty much in Souquet's favor.
Well, he used a little bit of the inside spin. He didn't quite catch the point. He caught the rail, and he purposely played the cue ball down here. And now he has a 6, 7, 8 laid out all on the same half of the table. Gonna just back the cue ball up a little bit.
See what Ralf Souquet is doing. He's playing the balls. He doesn't care about Efren sitting there. A lot of players are intimidated when they play Efren. But the thing is to just get up and play the balls. And not always easy to do, but he is very good at it. He has no idea who's sitting there. He's just looking at those balls and trying to run out.
One time George Sansucci printed an article about his intimidation factor with some of the great names in the sport, and he said that he used to kind of pretend that he was in a closet, and when it was his turn to shoot, he would just come to the table and not be emotionally involved in what the other player was doing, whether he received some good fortunes along the way or just played a great match, and neither thing would affect him that way. And that was how he dealt with pressure of playing a top-name talent.
Well, Souquet has two. Efren nothing. What a difference a match makes. This is how it looked before with Wetch Efren. Efren right now became Wetch, and Souquet became Efren.
Well, the way the table's breaking, you know, the matches are going to be fast because the balls are going in and these guys are getting shots, and then they're playing flawless pool on top of it. So this is tremendous. Here in the middle of the match, they've awarded Ralf Souquet the best dressed award. And he even looks a little bit embarrassed about it. Certainly took him out of his usual focus.
He's a shy, modest to himself kind of guy, and he doesn't show much emotion. But I'll tell you, when they drew the other match and he got the bye, he shrugged his shoulders and threw his hands up a little and showed a little emotion about it, like, okay, well, this is how it is, good.
He's a tournament toughened player. He travels the world over playing nothing but top talent in all the biggest events. And it's a hard life. I can remember when he used to be kind of a young fat kid on the tour, and he's got himself in terrific physical condition for playing pool. He practices long hours every day.
Yeah, he didn't win when he first came to tournaments. You know, he was kind of, you'd like to draw him person. But he really worked on it, and he is perfection.
He doesn't garner as much public acclaim and attention, but among the players, that's one of the people that they would least like to draw because you're always going to get a really game effort from him. You never catch him when he's a little weak.
Yeah, he doesn't give you anything. You got to play, play, and play to beat this guy.
8 ball's the wing ball he's playing, as well as the one on the side. He's really been hitting the break square.
The one on the side, but no 8. 2 in the corner. He needs a shot at the 3. I think he got it.
It's hard to tell from here.
Yeah, I think he got it.
He seems, just by the pace of his step, I would say he seems very satisfied with the distribution of the ball. So I would assume from that, and we can interpret that to mean that he does have a shot on the 4.
Yeah, and he has automatic position.
Very calm and collected, so I know he's satisfied with the way the balls lay. The 3, 4, 5 are all right down there in that corner pocket. The 6 ball and the 7 ball would be the only potential hazards here. And that doesn't even figure to create a problem for the likes of Ralf Souquet.
The 6 is sitting a little bit funny. Let's see how he elects to get to it. Myself, I would like to fall on the rail here. You know, on the side rail, close to the right, to the side rail as possible, because then you can go the 2 rail position to the 6.
Earlier today, he played a position play in his match that was...
See where he's looking? That's where he wants to be.
Earlier today, he made a good decision in a position play that surprised all of us, and then after you look at it, you can see it was definitely the prudent option.
Oh, I'm surprised he did this. I figured he'd get the 2 rail position attempt. Now, I don't know. He's going to draw it and play it in the wrong-looking pocket. Got to get a little more perfect here, of course, but he likes it.
He's going 2 cushions, I think.
Yeah, he's going to wind up in the end rail. He's not going to like this. Not going to like this. I really, he started to look at the 5 and position himself on the side rail. He could not have missed position from there. One little flaw that I've seen so far with the man. I think he went the wrong path from the 5 to the 6. Now, is he going to play a safe, or is he going to play a bank safe? I don't think he can get real good position if he plays a bank. So I don't think he wants this to go. He wants to freeze him on that 9. That's what he'd like to do. And he almost did it. He's got him, but it's just that, you know, I don't think he can hit the edge. He's looking at it.
Efren's very good at hitting the proper half of the ball that he's kicking at, so he will be playing some kind of a shot if he cannot hit the edge of the 6 ball, even though he will be kicking. But it looks like he can hit the edge of the 6.
Yeah, well, then he's just going to cut it behind the 7 and go upstream. That's what he tried to do. He didn't get enough right-hand English on the cue ball to go behind the 8, but what he did is he hit that ball a little bit too thin, a little bit too light. He had to hit it a hair fuller. This is not automatic position, but you'd like to have Efren make one of his rare mistakes and leave you this.
Moving both balls on the table is not easy, but that was one that he generally executes. Speed was just a little bit off based on the thickness of the hit.
Uh-oh.
Souquet's okay. He's going to bump the 8 enough.
Oh, boy. That had its moments.
Just give the crowd a little thrill was all.
Yeah, if he didn't hit the 8, he would have been snookered by it. He wanted to put a hair more left-hand English than took. No problem now.
Whichever player wins this match will be in the enviable position to put his opponent into the sudden death process here during the 2nd and, if needed, 3rd matches.
Yeah, they know they're going to have another chance for sure.
And Souquet quickly jumps out 3 games to 0. And let's take a look at Ralf Souquet's bio if we get a chance. Here he is. He's 35 years old from Manching, Germany. Plays at Carroll Billiards. His cue is a Joss, and he made special note to mention that Danny Jane's Joss as opposed to a Joss West. They're one of his sponsors, along with Simona's Cloth and the Sledgehammer Break Cue. So far, I mean, the way he's breaking, that's going to sell some cues. He's currently the U.S. Open champion, as well as a host of other titles, including the World 9-Ball Championship. And he told me that Jim Rimpey was a heavy influence early in his career. He was invited to come and stay with Jim for a week. And Ralph grew up as a straight pool player, and you know Jim loved straight pool, so they certainly had a bond there.
Well, he practices 6 hours a day, and I really can't remember when or if I ever did that. Now, I don't know about you. Did you put lengthy practice sessions together?
I do, because I love to play. I will practice or play. Love to compete.
Excellent break. Excellent break. He's going to go 1 rail to the 2, and this is like a reversal of the last match with Efren, with Jimmy Wetch.
Right now, Efren's only made 1 mistake, and that was a difficult safety play for your first shot. He had to kind of thin the 2 ball across and fell a little short. It's costing him dearly.
Yeah, if he falls on the 2, which I expect him to, Efren's going to get behind 4-0.
And right now, Reyes has had absolutely no impact in this match. It's nothing that he's done that's wrong. It's just that Souquet is taking the match.
Yeah, no defense from the chair.
Very smooth, very fluid stroke action. I know I've mentioned that a couple times, but it's just so powerful when you watch it. I would enjoy, or I would even pay to just watch Ralf Souquet practice.
Yeah, he sure has all the mechanics down pat.
And that's what this game is all about, a repeating swing. Irrespective of whether it's orthodox or not, isn't so important as it is repeating.
Oh, nice stroke, but he would have liked to got out in the air a little bit more. It's going to be tough for him to get off the rail on this shot. He's pretty straight in. He can't cheat the pocket. They're not very forgiving, so he is going to have to accept a tricky shot on the 7. Unless he draws all the way back and hits the point of the side. I mean, it's going to be tough for him to get off the rail. It'd be a real great effort if he does. No, you see what I mean? He's pretty close to the rail now, and he's pretty straight in. Oh, he's got to do some playing from here.
I don't think he's going to take on a whole lot. I think he's going to try to kind of cinch the 7 ball, maybe just slide straight across the table and bounce off the cushion if he has that kind of an angle, and accept a longer 9 ball than what we would generally like.
Well, he's going to jack up and stroke it. He doesn't want to be that far away.
Yep.
Look at that stroke.
Very smooth. Terrific shot.
He's not intimidated by Efren. A lot of players are, but that just tells you that, sorry, Efren, sit there. I'm going to get out. That's a great shot.
Tremendous shot. Once you elevate the cue, you add so much difficulty to the accuracy. Probably threefold compared to a level cue shot.
Plus, the cue ball leaves the table when you elevate.
You really got to be playing a lot of pool to hit that with that kind of confidence.
Great shot.
4, Mr. Reyes 0, Mr. 7.
Souquet enjoying a sip of Diet Coke, his beverage of choice.
Efren has had 1 safe shot, so therefore he has not pocketed a ball in this match. And he had a match like this yesterday, maybe right about this time too, where he was losing sort of like this, and it was against his countryman, Santa Sabahong. Is that how you pronounce it?
Sambahon.
Sambahong. And he wound up playing spectacular and beat Sabahong 7-4. So he's in that same position right now. But first he needs Souquet to stop running balls, and this'll do it. He will stop running balls right now because he didn't make a ball on the break. But look at the way the ball stopped. You're losing 4-0. Look at all the congestion. You have to be a magician to run out from here, right?
Oh, very challenging run out. I don't know that he will be able to. He's going to really have to pick up ideal position to accommodate that.
He has no problem with the 1. Figures to get to the 2 and 3. He's going to have to do something. Now you don't always have to play position to run out. You can also run the balls and try to get to the best spot to play safe off that 7.
The 2 does not pass easily past the 3. And there might be a half a pocket down there.
Side pocket. He'll draw back and shoot it in the side.
Hopefully. He's got a ways to go. That 2 ball's pretty far down rail from the side pocket as well.
I know. He's going to have to hit this on the full side. Even if he gets to a bank, he'll bank that too if he falls good on it. He's thinking past all that.
Yeah, right now he's running a risk and reward analysis, and he will select the best shot in this circumstance.
Yeah, he'll play position here. I don't know if he can hit those balls right now. That's what he's trying to do. So he was playing a straight pull shot. Hit those balls, open them up, and fall on the 2 in the side. That's a straight pull shot, and that was really a great stroke, and he accomplished what he wanted to do.
And Ralph, I noticed, is sitting very stoically, but if we had a heart rate monitor on there, I bet that would have skyrocketed when he saw that Efren had hit such a perfect shot after sitting there for 4 racks.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
That's a little bit of a momentum switcher to turn this rack around.
Yeah, he wants to stay right where the 4 is and then go 2 rails to the 6 ball off of the 5.
This is really a good battle that we're seeing right now.
Well, Efren's going to try to make it a battle. He's losing 4-0, race to 7, but as you saw last game, he played perfect, and Souquet has to be thinking about that. You know, there's a good chance he may not get back to the table for a while.
Yeah, the score means very little when you're talking about two talents like this.
Once you get to the table, yeah, you can get right back in the game here. Especially the way his break was working last match. If he can get that working now, he can get back in this game quickly.
Efren chose a conservative path for position.
Well, it holds automatic position. That's why he likes to cut.
Souquet's going to make Efren put forth his best effort in an attempt to stave off the Souquet freight train.
Well, we actually expected Efren's best effort, you know, from the way he's been playing. And we know Souquet is going to play very well, so we have a great match.
Score is now 4-1. We're going to try to get a look at Efren's bio when we get a chance as well.
Souquet 4, Mr. Reyes 1. Total purse in the 9 ball is $63,750. First place, $13,166.
Here it is. Efren's 49 years of old from Angeles City in the Philippines. That's a neat place. I've been there. Many of our U.S. military servicemen have been there. That's where Clark Air Force Base used to be. His home pool room was Angeles City Billiards. That's an interesting place. It's just an open air place with a metal roof. Plays with a Judd Philippine cue, sponsored by Puyat Sports. Titles, you can just list anything you want to. Heavily influenced by Jose Perica.
Well, I'll tell you, he made the 4, but not the way you're accustomed to making it. In your words, he doesn't have the, like earlier, he was breaking them and making a ball and having kind of easy layouts. They're not that way right now.
Well, this is the fortunes of 9-ball. Right now, when Ralph has been breaking, he's been receiving some pretty good opportunities to score, and Efren's had to create something from nothing just about the 2 times he's been to the table. We kind of look for a safety play here. There's really not an easy safety play available either.
Oh, he might have to bank this ball in self-defense and then play safe.
And that would be last choice. Sometimes you get in that type of a predicament, but playing a bank shot to get to a safety, you hate to have to do that.
Yeah, he's waving back and forth. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that he's going to bank it? I think he will.
Looks like he's queuing up to bank the 1. Oh, he's playing the 6 ball. Great shot. Great shot.
Yeah, I don't know the advantage of that, but it's a great shot. I mean, if he would have made the 1 also, he would have been sitting on a combination.
And Danny, the advantage of that was that he's still at the table with an opportunity to play safe now from a better position. He was well aware that there was a good chance it was going to be hard to get out, given the 2 and 7 ball position. And he's playing position to play a billiard on the 7, apparently.
Or a bank. Or both. Just like the 1 ball. He's in a little bit the same spot. He's got a little more cut on this one than he did on the 1, but that is what he was thinking of. Billiard and a bank.
Well, what we're witnessing here is chiseling through a rack, and that's a rack that just is uncooperative. And you have to be a tremendous shot maker and possess tremendous knowledge to even attempt what he's done.
Yeah, he missed the bank and the billiard, and he left Souquet a shot, and a shot that he can get close to the 3-5 combination.
He may have put too much emphasis on the bank, and that caused him to overcut the billiard part of it on the 7 ball.
But it was a tricky layout. You know,
Oh, very
like I
tricky.
said, today he would break them and it was like tic-tac-toe. Now he made a ball and he had a trick rack. And you're losing 4-1. You don't need trick racks when you're losing 4-1. You need easy innings to get going and get back in this game, because you're playing a guy that's not going to let up. You know, he's not going to give you anything. You got to come from behind by running racks. You know, if you wait for Ralph to give you a chance, you're going to lose.
And Souquet reestablishes himself at the table with a nice long fluid stroke on a fairly routine ball, but sometimes a shot that you can be just a little bit antsy about when you've been waiting for your next opportunity. Pocketing that first ball of any inning is very important. Faced with a combination that plays pretty big due to the fact the 5 ball's not frozen to the cushion.
Yeah, I expect him to make this. Perfect position. He needs an angle now on the 7 to get to the 8. And this will be an easy rack.
Yeah, not a lot of play left in this rack. Nine ball really doesn't allow players of this immense skill level to display their full range of talents, because so many of the scenarios are so routine. Once the balls get opened up and there's a ball or two missing from the rack, a lot of times it's just kind of a basic routine type of a layout.
Well, he decided to fall on the end rail, and just center ball will go 90 degrees to the 8. And that's what it did. He needs an angle. He doesn't want to get straight in. Oh man, it stopped just in time. Straight in is the only thing that could have happened bad. Now he can go 1 rail or 2 rails to the 9. Just a matter of choice. Both shots are as easy as the other.
He's looking at the 2 rail position. Now it looks like he's going forward 2 cushions.
That's what I like to tell people. When you got a choice, go with the natural flow of the cue ball, and that's what that was. That's an easier speed to judge than hitting it low and trying to get it to bounce the right speed. That's the natural flow of the cue ball, and he takes lead 5-1.
Carmen Sardo has really endured a long week here. He's brought his rack, and it provides complete neutrality for all the players, so that there's never any question as to whether the rack was fairly administered. And that's a feature of that rack that I really like for tournament play, uniformity.
Next thing we got to do is rack the balls in the right order every time, the same order, I should say. Look at
Here's
this.
some early numbers.
Indicative of the score. Ralf Souquet 977, Reyes 800, and that's why he's losing 5-1, Mr. Reyes. But I don't think he's giving up at all in his heart, because you know he knows what he can do if he can get to the table, and then he has another buy-in, so he's not done if he loses this, although he doesn't want to. Man, a cannonball break. The 9 flew out. He made a ball. That's the fastest I've seen the 9 move on the break. It flew out of that middle.
Yeah, we haven't seen it go in the pocket hardly at all this week.
Not even moving much, but that time it flew out.
Souquet's examining just what he has on the 3 and the 4 ball here on the end rail. It appears the 3 is frozen to the cushion, and the 4 has just a hint of a gap.
Yeah, it'll take the pocket though, I think, on the full side. He has to do what I call the Z stroke. The path of this cue ball will make a Z.
Once again, we have a capacity audience here. I mean, it's standing room only, and it's been that way night and day, 3 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. It's really a terrific response here at the tournament.
And some people are. Look, he didn't want to play the combination. He wanted to get here, but I think he's going to have to play safe now. I think forget about cutting this and flying around. Just shoot straight on it. The 9's going to snooker 3/4 of the table. But anyway, the people are literally against the wall, standing on benches all over the place.
I think we're going to see a cut shot. I don't think he's going to play defense.
I guess I guess. The defense right here is the absolute nuts, but he's winning 5-0. He's feeling pretty good. He's going to billiard the 9, I believe, so the cue ball doesn't fly everywhere. He might even make the 9 somewhere.
If you successfully complete the cut shot, that's the absolute best shot, because a good safety doesn't assure you of another opportunity with someone that can kick like Efren Reyes.
He hit the 9 and almost made it, but that's what held the cue ball down this end of the table. I think he's going to need the bridge unless he can play left-handed. It's way at the other end of the table. I mean, I don't know if he can reach it for sure. He's looking to do it. Stretch on his belly here.
During the course of the week,
he's going to shoot left-handed.
We've seen Efren Reyes turn around and play left-handed. It's hard to distinguish his left-hand stroke from his right-hand stroke. He would be a top professional left-handed.
Yeah, he would. He looks the same both ways. And by the way, Ralf Souquet didn't look clumsy. Well, the 6 to the 7 could be a little funny if you don't fall on the 6 perfectly. You want something like he's sitting now, but a little bit fuller, just a little fuller. And the shot on the 5 can bring him there.
Well, that's what Ralph is contemplating right now. And to get to that position, he either has to go extremely soft, which would be probably the preferred method, or he'd have to go over and back, which makes the shot play much tougher, may not even be available. So we're going to see an extreme rolling ball hit, very soft.
Oh, he even very nicely.
Oh, he even used a little bit of inside spin.
I think he got a little straighter than he wants, but I think he can come back and have at least this angle on the 7 that he has now. He would have loved to have just a little more angle to where he could have drawn the ball automatically to this 7. Now he's looking, it's so straight that he's considering shooting that 7 down that rail past the side points. And I say the side points because I've seen someone hit that point in the tournament, and he's got to worry about it. I think it was Efren that hit the point on a shot like this.
Well, this certainly lends to position play for the 8 next, because the 8 maybe does not go past the 9 ball into that corner pocket, or perhaps the 9 slightly impedes it from going fully into the pocket.
Yeah, but he has no problem getting to the 8. The problem is better make this 7 and not catch that point. Ooh, man, just buy it. That's really a good shot, but a risky shot. But that's all he had, and the positive thinking of it made him hit it right. This is all I got, so don't dwell on something else. Just hit this good. That's what he did. Oh, he's playing perfect. This is just a matter of who gets the chances at the table. That's all. Neither one is going to give away anything. 6 to 1, Souquet, he's on the hill now, and the way he's breaking, Efren may have bad thoughts about this particular set, but of course he has the buyback, so he doesn't feel that bad if he loses it, but he's going to have to beat Ralf Souquet twice from here, and that is a tall order.
These performance standards that these guys have set throughout the week is what made me so excited to witness this match.
Look at the Accu-Stats. Ralf Souquet 981, Reyes 800. You know, tough to. He made one error and he's pocketed 51 balls. What was the error, I wonder? Can someone out of the clouds tell us what was the error? He failed to fall on a ball for position and had to play safe, so he lost those points and is not shooting perfect. But you can't convince Efren of that.
Very solid pre-shot routine with the way he sets up for his break. He goes through the same exact movements each and every time. The wing ball no longer is going in, and the 9 ball is moving, Danny.
Nothing went in, so if Efren's going to mount a charge, it's now. You know, this is the chance, and they open up fairly well. So you know, I can see him getting out this game. This could still wind up an exciting match. So don't anyone leave their set. You gotta watch this, because Efren is capable of getting right back into this match.
It's been an exciting match anyway, just from the quality of the standard set.
Yeah.
Efren's going to have to fight this a little bit.
Well, he doesn't want to hit that that 6 ball because that could go right in your way. See it? If he hit it, it could have bounced right in his way. But he glanced it, and he played it that way, I'm sure. Now he has automatic position. That's good position when all you have to do is make the ball and you fall on the next one. So that's what the game of position's about. Make the ball and automatically go to the next ball like this. Of course, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to see the 4 to the 5.
You know, the accuracy involved in pool is very similar to that of brain surgery, and I maintain that had the brain surgeons applied themselves in school, they too could have been a professional pool player.
Yeah, oh, that would have been great. No, sure. We might tell them out there on the internet, all brain surgeons start playing pool. You could be a champion.
About the same level of accuracy. It does sound comical, but it really is. I mean, when the tip miss hits the cue ball as little as a 16th of an inch, by the time it travels down the table to hit the object ball, it shows up as a 3/8 of an inch.
Yeah, you lose the game. Shucks. The other, you kill the person if you miss by, you know, with this brain surgery. A little different, just a little. I don't think I'd like performing brain surgery. I'd rather miss the 9 ball. Perfect. You know how perfect that is? To guide it between the 7 and the side pocket, and that was not accidental. I mean, that's just where he expected it to hit, and it did. And he left an angle to get to the 8. He needs no angle on the 8. You know, anywhere he gets on the 8, straight in, he's okay. And he didn't want to do any extra work, so he just, again, the natural flow of the cue ball.
No reason to deal with the side pocket. Just come down below, take the little bit longer shot that ensures.
But you would have had to shoot harder, and that makes the pockets a little smaller. So he just, what I call the natural flow of the cue ball. And it's easy speed to judge, and now all of a sudden it's 6-2. Now Efren needs to make a ball in the break.
Another well-played rack.
Mr. Reyes wins game number 8 after
6 games to 2.
Mr. Reyes 6. Excuse me, Mr. Souquet 6. Mr. Reyes 2. It's a race to 7.
You know, we've had a lot of great sponsors this week. The diamond tables are playing just fabulous, and I really like the one-piece slate that eliminates any kind of slate seams. Certainly aids in the rapid setup of these tables for a tournament. They use Artemis cushions, which is the top flight German rubber. The diamond wood rails. Naturally, the Simonis cloth plays well, and then we also have used the Quick Clean cloth product this week. That really works neat.
Plus it's under the lights, which keeps it drier, and this is the best table to play on in the house. Okay, what's this? Where's the 1?
Looks like
You got a bank.
if you can bank, yes, that's what we're faced with.
He's got a bank and billiard the 4.
Not an easy start opportunity.
Oh, no, but he's got it, and the thing about it is the 4 is going to be a helper here, I believe. If he can hit the 4 on the nose. If he glances it, then he's going to fall far away from position. He might not even want to shoot the bank because of the degree of difficulty in position. You know, he might be able to play a pretty good safe here. He's trying to see where the 1 will bank, you know, maybe at the 9 and go towards the 6. I don't know about that. Tough shot. He's trying to bank it, and if he does, he's going to have to draw the ball a little to hit the 4 full, because he wants to hit it full if he banks at this. Like that. He just missed the ball, but, you know, he had the right thought on the cue ball, you know, and he had position there for it. He just missed the bank, which made it a difficult shot. If you could just cinched it, it would have been easy, but then you wouldn't have had the cue ball go to the right place.
Ralph is in a kicking situation, it looks like. The 5 ball blocks his direct access to the 1.
Tell you what, if he can hit that rail, you know, past the side, he's got a chance to kick this 1 in and get to the 2. It'll glance to the 2, you know, if he wants to shoot something like that. Well, now he's going to kick this way. I like the other way. If he can twirl it around the 5, that's the whole shot. I don't know if he can get in there deep, but if he can, he has a chance to kick this ball in. he's on the hill. He'd like to do something spectacular here and close out this match.
As a note for those looking on, here's a guy that's leading the match by a big margin, and he's still working hard, attempting to maximize even the most difficult of kick shots.
Oh yeah, he's very deliberate. Every shot is important. He got a good break there, I believe.
Nice speed too.
Yeah.
He played that in such a way that he could come out safe. Was not just a blast him and hope.
No, great shot.
Didn't mean it had to turn out this well because he played at that speed, but there was a better percentage for him to escape, to live one more shot during this rack, and that's what a safety's all about. Just prolong the game one more turn. It's not about winning the game with a safety.
Well, can he hit the edge? Can he hit the edge of the one ball? Because if he can, he has a chance for a billiard. I don't see any position possible. He did play that, and then this is the part that I thought may get him. You know, you had, and this is a straight rail shot, you know, controlling two balls. He just didn't. He hit it a hair too hard. He was thinking of position. Now he has to kick this one, or try to get behind the 8. Cut it and go behind the 8. Yeah, he's going to stop and think about this a little bit more. I don't know if he can hit it full enough to bank it, but I like cutting it and going behind the 8 because you're using the 9 also.
He's got some work to do, and he does not want to leave the one ball sticking out there where Ralph could shoot a nice long shot on the 1.
The 8 and 9 to use here, and he used the 8, I believe. Yeah.
Well, there's a straight rail billiard shot for him.
That's a great shot.
That's tremendous, and that's what Efren does so well. Tremendous defensive talent.
He's fighting, you know, and we got a near impossible hit here. And you know what I like here? Just because of the near impossible hit, I know it's tough, but cut the 8 onto the 2. He does not have a real good chance to hit this ball. I mean, he's going to have to twirl it past the 9 and then right-hand English towards the 1. I don't like that. I mean, he can hit it, but I don't see anything he's going to gain from it. He's going to have to spin it. The natural angle isn't there. Now he's looking to kick this way. 2 rails. Tough. I'm telling you, I like cutting that 8 all the way down onto that 2 ball.
Well, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
The way he's executing, that would be a distinct possibility, even if he just gets near the rail past the side pocket.
Just anything, make the run out a little bit more difficult when and if Efren gets ball in hand. I expect him to get ball in hand. This is so tough to judge.
He needs to get right up by the side pocket.
How you like that hit? He didn't make it. He didn't make it, and the people come with the, that's not a good
That was terrific attempt.
Great. You know what that means? When the audience sympathizes with the player that almost went good, that means they just want to see good play, and they're not really pulling for either guy.
Yeah, good point. We have a very appreciative, knowledgeable audience, and that is a blessing.
He doesn't want to get over the top.
They're totally into this. Even the one-pocket matches that concluded at 2 in the morning, we still had our capacity crowd. The ring games here this week were unbelievable.
All the action round the clock.
Most all these matches are available on our tape program. So anyone that couldn't make it here will still be able to see just what transpired, and very interesting.
Well, that wasn't one of his greater position shots. He decided to go forward. He does that real well on that 3-cushion position shot, but he got a little funny here, and he seems to be having trouble with his shaft or something. He doesn't feel totally comfortable. I mean, this is a long shot. He carries position, but he wanted to be a little closer. See it? That little distance made it tough. You know, and he's been having wars with great players. He could be showing a little signs of fatigue here because he missed that ball pretty badly. I didn't expect him to miss it because it was wide open, but that was the psychological thing. If a person misses and leaves you there, you got a way better chance of making it than if you played position and put yourself there.
Exactly. Very well said, and a good point to bring up. You know, even earlier in the match, or even if the score was different, if he was leading, that shot goes in a lot easier. There was maximum pressure.
Yeah, a lot of different things. Okay, you know, it didn't stop give me position. He's not going to have it automatically, but he does have a cut at it, and a 6 is sitting out in the air, so I don't see anything bad happening position-wise if he makes this ball. This is one of the one times you can shoot the ball in and just let the cue ball fly around. It doesn't matter. You're going to get to a shot. Get it? He
Good
didn't have
shot.
to worry about
Good
position.
shot.
Yeah. Well, this match could be over here, and one of the few errors that Efren has made in the last 24 hours.
Well, Ralph has taken a page from the United States military's playbook. This is the shock and awe opening to this 2-set final, 2 or 3 set final. Once again, a very routine layout from here. He only needs this game to capture the match.
And he's going to get perfect. You know, he wanted this angle to get to the 8, and he got it. This is called falling on the right side of the ball. You know, if you went too far, you'd have a little more work to do. So he fell on the right side of the ball. Just got to make the ball. Position is automatic. And he's looking at it and studying it because he knows this is the all-important first match. Efren's going to have to beat him twice. Kill the cue ball perfectly.
Yeah, good speed.
No problem here.
Efren had just come off of a perfect match, 1,000, and it's impossible to keep up that type of a pace, but where he left off, Ralph has picked up.
Yeah, what a difference a match makes, you know, a little fickle game of 9-ball.
Well, the balls didn't cooperate, and
Right.
Ralph played spectacular.
But he's still alive, and we got plenty of pool coming.
Well,
Interview, we can do an interview.
what a terrific match we were about to get there.
Well, hold on, folks. We're going to get Ralf Souquet up here, and we're going to do an interview.
Program. We're going to take a dinner break. We're going to be back at 7 o'clock. It'll be Souquet and Reyes again.
Hey, we're back, and we have Ralf Souquet with us, the winner of this semifinal. And Efren Reyes will be playing Ralph at 7 o'clock. He'll have to beat Ralph twice at that point. If Ralph wins one of the 2 remaining matches, he will win the tournament. Tell us a little bit about how you felt about your performance out there tonight.
Well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I made 1 position error, so I think that says it all. I felt, you know, pretty well, pretty confident, and yeah, that's all I can say.
Well, you certainly displayed that.
Yeah, you looked very confident. You played flawlessly. And I only have one thing I want to say. You remember last year I interviewed you and I said I don't like the Kaiser. You're the surgeon. That's all I'm going to say is you are a surgeon, and it's a pleasure to watch you operate. Good luck in the next matches.
Thank you, Danny.
You're great to watch.
Ralph,
Thank
you
you.
shot a 982, and I was commenting up here and watching your stroke delivery that you're one of the few guys I would pay to watch practice. I mean, I love to watch your stroke delivery. It's so smooth on the exchange from back to forward. A lot of our viewers want to improve their game. Tell us a little bit about the development of your stroke technique.
Well, you know, I mean, I haven't done anything special, to be honest with you. I just, you know, started playing when I was 6 years old, and, you know, just set basically myself to stay down on the ball, follow through, you know, don't you know, let the cue, well, whatever, jump away or don't jump up, just stay down and follow through the cue ball. That's basically what I taught myself.
That, yeah. You do it perfectly. And then a little bit about your mental focus. I mean, you possess a lot of intensity out there. And, I can really see it. You put forth a lot of effort in there. And whether Efren makes a great shot or a great run out, you're unaffected. You just stay within what the realm of what you can control.
Well, at least that's what it looks like for most viewers. You know, inside, always, you know, there's like the bad and the good guy maybe talking, you know, to each other. And
Without that, you can't play your best. If you just get up there, without that, you can't play your best.
That is probably true. Yeah, you have to be 100% concentrated, focused all the time.
Yeah. Your physical fitness level from the first time I met you to today. I mean, you've treated this like a sport. You really train for this, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a lot heavier, about 40 pounds, doing basically nothing but playing pool. But within the last years, I I worked on that. I'm doing some running, cycling, and just watch when I eat and what type of food I eat. So I'll do a lot to keep the body in the best shape.
Okay, well, from all of us at ACCUSTATS, congratulations, and thank you to all our observers for sharing your time with us. We look forward to seeing you back here soon.